Sorry, fam. I don't know what happened. Shout out to Miss Miller for walking down here and being like, yo, dude, you're frozen. I'm sorry I didn't have this up. I was on the midweek document, so I'm going to give it about a minute and let some folks roll back in here. But I got to figure out how I'm going to post 2 videos to the YouTubes. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, you'll have to click videos, all videos for the channel. But click all videos for the channel and you'll see part 1, midweek updates 922. This is volume 2. This is the second half of our live session this morning. I'm sorry. So if you're seeing this one, this is the one I'm going to put up, but it's because I can put this disclaimer in it, which is we started over at about 8:27. So the first 25-minute video will go up, but it won't be the one that I feature. I'll try and put them both on the front page, but I'm not sure if I can make that happen. So, hey, sorry. Tell your friends. We're back. We're doing so well, too. We had 50 people. I don't know what happened. Internet has been sketchy here for sure. And so video, I'm sure, is not something that the network loves right now. Can somebody tell me the last thing you heard? Miss Miller said it was something about tardies, and I don't want to go on and on because I'm hoping that I don't know where it was. I'm hoping it didn't sound like a diatribe, but somebody tell me the last thing you heard. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to go get my water bottle real quick, and then I'll be right back. It's just on the other side of the camera. Whew, okay. While I wait for an update on the last thing everybody heard, Miss Draybot sent me an email that I don't have. Kids will miss work and have to make it up. Got it. Thank you. That's awesome. Miss Draybot sent me an email, and she notes that when you get the DEC from driver's ed, it's only good for 30 days. So she likes to try and do them as soon as possible, but feasibly you could schedule within that window. So the consequence for a 2A, an unexcused absence, is you've missed class, and they're on an AB schedule, especially if you've got a lot of classes. That's a lot. That is a weighty thing that shouldn't be underestimated. The bottom line is with tardies, it's about the pattern of behavior. By the time you've done it several times, I need to know, hey, what's going on? What might need to change? And that's a fine thing. Sometimes kids need coaching on that. The overwhelming majority of students don't get ISS. We assign ISS to maybe 60 or 80 students a quarter because the count resets every quarter. I think maybe 25 students end up getting an admin referral, and those 25 students are kids that we already know, and we're going to see them again the next semester, and we're going to start having conferences with parents and stuff like that. So that's just one way that we can help tier supports that students need. But at the end of the day, kids need an expectation of when to be there, and they have to have a system to understand consequence for that. Otherwise, we would have kids that just never went to class. They would stay on campus and just hang around. So then you would see more destruction of the bathrooms. Admin would 100% be outmatched trying to keep up with the kids who are like, I don't have to be in class right now. So Miss Novak, I appreciate where your brain is. Unfortunately, it is not 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, but that somewhere is not here. Okay. So I think that wraps up. And honestly, I don't know where the video froze. So with any luck, we will have gotten some of that content on the first video. Maybe it was just the feed. Fingers crossed. We'll find out. Thank you for asking it. I always welcome the challenging questions like that. And I think that's part of why we do this. There are some idiosyncrasies of why schools do things that parents are like, we do it, but I don't really know why. This is a great chance. Like, I ain't trying to hide nothing. And then I just got a nuke. Oh, so that means, so you probably didn't hear about Ms. Draybot. How far in advance can you schedule an appointment for a DEC? The DEC is only valid for 30 days, so we recommend doing it as early as possible. Probably can schedule it a week or two out. Has a cafeteria manager been hired yet? I tried to call Ms. Wilson. She didn't answer. My understanding is we have a cafeteria manager shared between 2 schools. I don't know if we're at a place where they've hired enough cafeteria managers for us to have our own again yet, but I'm pretty sure I see him here every day. Will there be an opportunity for students to meet the teacher in any format this year? Yes, absolutely. Parent-teacher conferences are on October the 14th. They're from 3:30 to 5:30, and I'm reasonably sure that we're going to do them virtually again because that was just much more flexible for parents, and it allowed us to have a whole lot more conferences because the turnover was pretty quick. Still getting flashing warnings. Okay, so next time we do this, I'm going to hardwire my computer. I bet that'll help a lot. I won't use the Wi-Fi. Oh man, that's going to require another USB port. It's my biggest frustration with these computers. How do I get a certificate of eligibility for the driving test? I believe you get that, like driver's ed gives you something, and then you go to Miss Draybot. You schedule an appointment with Miss Draybot. Contact for the cafeteria manager. I think this is the generic one. That's Child Nutrition Services. 500 is Millbrook High School, so every cafeteria manager has an email account for the school. Let me hold on. Let me type that into my email. I'm a little askew today because I didn't sign in the right way. Don't let me forget that. Somebody put a new question. Not to beat a dead horse about absences, but what do we do if our student is out for one day for just not feeling well, but they aren't going to a doctor's appointment? Just write a note stating why they were out and send it to Miss Cooper with your student. I would have to look up the legislature's stated excused absences, but again, you can find that ncleg.net. Like legit, the types of absences that are excused are defined by state law. We don't just make it up. We have to follow the way the legislature has defined it. I don't know when they updated that last. Like that might be a thing to consider, but oh man, Ms. Hallis with the tech assistants again. What do you got here? So I can't unplug it because it's controlling a lot of things right now. I have a USB-C multi-port adapter. So Ms. Hallis, I'm going to tell you a thing that was going on that maybe you can help me with via email. I have a multi-port adapter that goes into my USB-C. It does HDMI, USB, SD, and power delivery through USB. And what was happening is it was dropping the connection with all of my USB devices. So I would be here on video with everybody, and then all of a sudden I couldn't type or couldn't use my mouse. It wasn't changing anything with my monitor, but none of my USB-C devices work. Sometimes that also meant the microphone disconnected. So I don't know what's up with USB-C. I've run the Lenovo updater and had people look at it, but this seems like I probably have one of these laying around here. That's a great idea. I'm checking email for CNS. Let me type in email. CNS 500. Oh, yeah, I got it right. CNS 500 at WCPSS.net. What do you know? I guessed right. That rarely happens. Okay, that's everything that I see in the Google form. So I'm going to turn the Google form off. Cafeteria manager, yep. I'm hoping the signal is better. Too low frames per second. Please set the frame rate to 15 to 60. How do I set? Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on. Let's see if that's better. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Okay. I don't think I missed any questions. Oh, I want to read everybody Ms. Draybot's email now that I'm in email. She needs 1 day ahead of time to issue an eligibility form. They're only good for 30 days, so I like to issue very close to the test date. I don't know what any of that means, but if you're looking for a DEC, I'm going to read it again because I think it's important. Ms. Draybot needs 1 day ahead of time to issue an eligibility form, but they're only good for 30 days, so she likes to issue them close to the test date. So if you have an appointment with the DMV, let's say you have an appointment 3 weeks from now, you might go ahead and email Ms. Draybot and say, Ms. Draybot, can we meet with you 2 days before our DMV appointment? Because then you know that you have the form ahead of time. Ms. Draybot has time to prep everything. And if something happens with your DMV appointment, you're good to go after that. I think that's what that means. So, I'm hoping the video feed is better. I cannot believe I didn't catch that sooner. Total amateur hour. I switched cameras recently to go back to the actual Canon camera, just because I think it looks a lot better, but it has so many more settings that I have to account for, and it's still not all the way there. I need to go to manual. I need to change the exposure. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Anyway, I think that's it, fam. Please talk to your kids about if they've seen anything in the bathrooms. Please tell a staff member. We really need help with that. The number one thing is kids are sending the stuff via Snapchat, so it disappears a lot. You're going to hear from your students that we've changed some lunch procedures today and the rest of the week to help account as admin tries to get ahead of this. We have been running around for several days just trying to do bathroom stuff. It's literally been almost my whole day for 3 days now, and that's not just me. Email. Miss Guillama, can you tell me which email you're looking for? Is that still the CNS email? I know we talked about Miss Cooper's email, which I think is in the chat from the previous video, but I'm going to put Miss Cooper's email in here in case we need it. Any questions about absences? Literally any question at all. Is this going to count? Does this count? What do you need for this? Any question about attendance, just go straight to Miss Cooper. She knows all of it. Miss Draybot, great. Oh, thanks, Miss Miller. jdraybot at wcpss.net. Whoop, whoop. Okay, well, now I have some work to do and some cameras to watch and some videos to download and upload to YouTube. If anybody happens to know how to easily port over videos from Facebook to YouTube, I'd love to know. I don't know that that exists because they are kind of competitors, but maybe not. Who knows? Thank you guys. And just to clarify, Miss Guillama, that email right above your comment that Miss Nelson Miller put in there, J. Draybot is the person for driver's eligibility certificates. Cool deal. I think that's it for questions. As always, feel free to email your counselor and administrator with any questions you ever have. Feel free to go to the website and look for the Facebook Live questions form, so you can always ask a question, even if you're watching this after the fact. If you're watching in the afternoon, be safe out there. It's supposed to be kind of gross later. So we love you all. Thank you so much for being here, for being engaged, and for asking the questions that you do. It keeps us on our toes and keeps this place better for everybody. Have a great week. Stay safe. Wash your hands. All that jazz. I have to go find more coffee now. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.